I'm now joined by Olive Ivor Broderick from Kylemore Stud. You must be very happy with the way Camillo performed today.
We're delighted. He only came to us in, I think it was February, and we straight away asked Neil would he take him, and he agreed to, and he brought him to the spring 5-year-old championship here, and he placed third. He then brought him to the Dublin qualifier. He was second in Galway. Then he won Dublin in the 5-year-old Caroline King. He went from there to the national championships. He won the 5-year-old national championship, and he was 6th here today, and we're absolutely delighted and lucky to have him.
I mean, with breeding like Camillo has by Olive VDL Douglas out of a Ballybay mare, I mean, he's always destined to be one of the jumpers. And I mean, you told me earlier he's available for covering. What do you think he'll make as a sire, Olive?
Yeah, absolutely. He's very consistent. He's extremely rideable. He has all the scope. He's really, really careful. He really tries very hard always to be clear. And I think he'd really be good for Irish mares. He's quick, he's blood, and brains, you know, the 3 things you probably want in a jumper, you know. So he should cross very well with lots of different types of mares. Covered a few mares this year. We didn't overuse him as he was new, and yeah, he'll be covering next year, and there's a lot of inquiries about him, a lot of interest in him.
I mean, you've had a great show so far with your 4-year-old KMS Romeo getting into the 4-year-old final, and also KMS Clintland jumped very well earlier in the week, didn't he? Tell us about those stallions, Ivor.
KMS Romeo is by Womanizer out of a Corland mare. We obviously bred him. We sold him here in Cavan at the Elite sale. He was the sale topper. He was bought by the O'Carroll brothers from Burr. We bought back a half share in him in February. He's still very green, but Neil likes him a lot. He shows a lot of scope. He's a little bit playful all the time, but I think in another year he'll grow up a lot. You know a little bit about him, Katie, that's why you're smiling over there. But very scopy, very athletic horse. And he's also a half-brother to KMS Clintland, who's also with Neil. He's obviously from the same mother by Clinton. He's a horse that got injured last year. He's very backward but very scopy, and we think a lot of him, but he's just going to be 6 or 7 before he puts it together.
What are your plans for Camillo next year?
Well, hopefully back to Neil in the spring. And I suppose a little bit similar to this year, try and do the age classes and try and get to Dublin. You know, it would be really nice to go to Dublin again, and maybe back here in the autumn. Yeah, hopefully cover lots of mares. That's very important. Pay the way. Yeah.
Thanks very much for joining us today, and we wish you the best success in the future with the stallions.